Hey, hello, and welcome to another episode of Shurls Kitchen Mashup. First of all, I want to thank my subscribers for joining me, and I want to thank all the viewers and all the new people that jump on Shurls. Today, we're gonna bring something really simple. Today, it's gonna be lemongrass. I'm gonna do a lemongrass chicken on white rice with fried egg, and right, this is in Shurls top 5 best meals. I greedy, so I have 5 best meals, and most people have 2 and 3. I have 5, right? But this is actually from the Vietnamese background. It's beautiful, it's very refreshing. But you see, lemongrass, it's not proven, right? But our ancestors have proven this. But it has so much antioxidants in lemongrass, right? And the flavors that this give off, it is perfect for cooking, right? Now, if used at a cooking level, what we mean is, like, you're not going to use 5 and 6 of this, right? You use the amount as in everything else that you're going to cook with. You use the amount. Okay, so to put this in perspective, right? So basically, this is the ingredients that we're going to use, right, to make this, right? We're going to be using shallots today. We're not going to be using onions, because this is lighter than onion, right? It have a little kick to it, right? But it's not as powerful. If you don't have it, you could use regular onions, but you know, we're gonna be using limes instead of lemons. So all these things could be substituted, right? But if you have it, just use it, right? So I'm gonna show you guys how to put this together. First of all, we're gonna have to get some chicken thighs, because this is the meat that we're using to make this, right? You cannot use chicken breast, based on, you need to get that thread and you need to get that brown meat, right? Because you're going to grill this and it's going to be very fast, right? So I'm gonna do this and show you guys how we're gonna put this together really fast. Bam, let me do this. All right, okay, right? Now, the reason being you're tenderizing this meat, I will explain to you guys. You know, in the meat is a lot of muscle, right? And we want to get this as flat, because we're going to be cooking this on each side. Because when you're grilling chicken, and if you over grill it, it's going to get dry, and we don't want it to get dry, but we want it to be cooked. All right, and this is actually a good stress reliever for some. So come in and show you how you do this. Do not be afraid. So all these meaty hard pieces we want to tenderize. You see these bumps here? Because remember, this is chicken thighs, right? And it's going to be a little tough. Really? They're good stress reliever. And that is it, right? Now you're gonna cut this. Oh, show them a lemongrass. Come up on this. Watch. I want to show you guys something. This, yeah, watch. This is Shurls lemongrass plant. I actually grow this from the stalk of these, right? I just shave the end, put it in water, and it actually shows. This is lemongrass. Shurls growing lemongrass in Toronto, Canada. You see the kind of skills Shurls have? It's beautiful, eh? It's beautiful, right? It's wild one. So you can grow anything. Shurls have a green thumb. Okay, come in. Let me show you guys how to do this. Okay. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna cut this stalk at least. I just cut it at least 3/4 of an inch. It's so hard, boy. I just cut it at least at 3/4 of an inch. Okay. Now what we're gonna do is we're gonna take off these couple leaves, at least 2 of them. If it's really thick like this, you can take off 3 of the leaves, right? But I'll tell you something. This is not palatable. This is not palatable. It's too, you see, it's too fibery. You can't do anything with this. You want the soft part of this, right? So you see where the nut is here? You're just gonna cut about 1/2 inch up, right? And this is what we're using. See that? This is such a beautiful aroma, right? And this is going to infuse in that chicken with the fish oil, and we're going to leave that overnight in the fridge, and this is going to give such a beautiful flavor to that chicken. All right, take your time with this, okay? It gets a little stiff. All right, so come in and see this. right? Now, a little trick when I doing this, come up on me. When I doing this, I season up about 5 or 6 pieces, right? So if I'm cooking 2 or I'm cooking 3 pieces, I will take the rest of it and I will refrigerate it in the freezer and leave it for another time, right? And the longer this gets to marinate, you see better it tastes, right? So overnight is perfect. You must leave this overnight for this to absorb into the chicken, right? Because you're looking for an aroma and a taste that the chicken is going to pull in, right? And when it's cooking, it's going to release that. It's a beautiful thing. Okay, so mince this. You should smell the aroma of this. I love it. It's beautiful. It's a beautiful day today, Toronto, Canada. Nice, hot, beautiful day. Some pieces you could leave whole, some pieces you don't. Once it's cut up, right? This is a marinade that we're going to make. Okay, so we're going to do some shallots, right? Now this is actually a little lighter than onions itself, right? It has a really sweet flavor to it, and it just complements this, and this is actually what it called for. But if you don't have it, you could use onions, right? So come in, let me show you how to peel the shallots. A lot of people have problem peeling shallots. So what you do, you make a little slip down to the bottom because the skin is so thin, right? And you just peel it back, and that is the easiest way. Okay, that's it. So we're gonna peel out the shallot here. Right. All right, so shallots is a something that you need to chop this really fine. Okay, so I'm going to show you guys. Come in on this. Okay, you want small pieces. Be very careful. Okay, so we're actually gonna add a piece of ginger to this also, right? Shurls don't peel ginger. Once you get nice ginger with the skin soft, I think there's some properties in the skin that I like, right? So come up on this ginger, let me show you guys. Now this is a marinade, so everything is going to be finely chopped, okay? You know, so we have ginger, right? And we're gonna put some garlic on this also, right? About 3 cloves of garlic. Now this fish sauce is really a really nice thing to marinate with, and it's really beautiful. The taste and the flavor this is bring to food, right? A lot of people don't know how to use this in food, and I fell in love with this, right? Vietnamese people, their cooking skills is very close to the Caribbean. They use all the spices and everything that we use, right? It's beautiful. You know, I had the opportunity to taste nearly every cuisine that you could think about, every cuisine you could think about, right? And I love most of their food. I love every culture food, right? Every culture. So that's it. So now what we're going to do with this is we're going to squeeze a lemon in it. Alright, Colin, let me show you how to put this together. Okay, so the lemon, we're going to squeeze a lemon inside it. Lime, we're going to squeeze a lime. My mistake. If you don't have lime, you could lose lemon, but lime have more of a kick to it, right? So we add 2 lemons here. This is such a simple marinade, you would not believe it, right? Okay, so the scallion, we're going to use the hard part for marinating, and the soft part we're going to use as something at the ending, so don't throw it out, okay? When you see these stalks, it's good to replant. I just replant them all the time, right? This is life. You don't want to go and buy no plants. Just, hey, I seen some stuff on Facebook, okay? It's really nice. I'm going to bring Facebook to YouTube there, so. Okay, so we're going to take the soft part of it away, right? And put that aside because we're going to be using this after. Okay? This is what we have going on here. Alright? Important that we use light soy sauce and not dark soy sauce. Dark soy sauce is it's too heavy for this meal. It's too heavy for this chicken. So light soy sauce. And rule of thumb, 1 piece of chicken, 1 tablespoon. Alright, so I have about 4 or 5. Alright, now this is the killer. This is the thing, the fish sauce. Right, you can get it at your local store, right? Any store, any grocery store. This is something that's very popular. It's not like something like way out to get. Okay, now some people, you should taste it just to see what kind of flavor it have, but this is going to penetrate that chicken, and when you see heat hit this fish sauce, oh boy, something else is something else. It's really nice, right? So we're gonna add about 4 tablespoons because I have a lot of chicken. Remember, rule of thumb, 1 tablespoon. Right. The aroma this has, I love it. I love it. And we're gonna add some oil. Regular cooking oil, right? And this is holy chicken, hold all these ingredients together. Alright, so now we're going to put our chicken inside here and we're going to marinate this chicken and leave it overnight. Such a beautiful thing, such a beautiful thing. Put 1 piece at a time, okay? So we're going to put all this chicken inside here. I actually have 4 pieces. And don't get your hands into it. Get your hands in because you want this marinade. Come up inside the bowl, let me show you. Okay, you want this to go in every corner of this meat. You see how this meat is inside here? We want it, all that juices, right? You should smell the aroma on this already. And what that lemon juice is going to tenderize this meat, and that fish sauce and the light fish sauce is going to infuse this meat with flavor that you cannot believe. And that is it for the seasoning process. White pepper. You don't want to overwhelm it, just a little. And that's it for a marinade. Wash your hands with soap. So I want to say one thing as a little tip for people who are cooking. You see, when you're preparing meat, you must always have 2 cutting boards, right? One is for vegetables and one is for meat. The reason being, meat has a lot of bacteria in it, like salmonella and these things, that no matter how much you wash this board, could stay on this board. So imagine if you was going to cut some vegetables and give your child this after, they could get sick. So I want you guys to just have 2 cutting boards, one for meat and one for vegetables, so you never have to second guess if this board is clean and it's not clean. Okay, that's my thing, right? But it would be nice if you guys can do that. Alright, so we're going to put this, we're going to refrigerate this for 24 hours. Okay, and we have 24 hours to stand up and talk to each other. No, I'll come back to you guys, right? I did some yesterday actually, and I kept it in the fridge. So this is a fast thing. Let's cook, wap, 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 and eat, and we out of here. So we have a pot here, right? I'm using a cast iron pot, right? But the best thing to do this in is a non-stick pot, right? So you wouldn't have all that trouble, but I just like my cast iron pot, so I just use it, right? So you're gonna get you need your pot to be really hot, because what happens is we're going to cook this chicken for about 2 to 3 minutes on each side, because you don't want to overcook this because it's going to get really dry. And it's very important that after we cook this, we let it rest. It must rest nice and hot. So we're going to put a little oil. I don't want this sticking. Nice and hot, toasty. Come in on this. And this is our chicken. Oh, you should smell the aroma of this. It's giving off. But again, some real nice colors there. Real nice colors. Okay. So come up on me. Let me show you. So usually we would make a sauce for this, this lemongrass chicken, right? We would use the fish sauce and we would kind of, make that sauce. But this is the same flavor, right? Come up on this, let me show you something. This is actually for spring rolls, and you can find this in any supermarket, right? And this is the flavor that you would mix with this lemongrass chicken to get that kick in your mouth, right? Because when you buy this at the Vietnamese restaurant, this is what they give you, right? Come up on this, let me show you. Watch how beautiful that is, man, inside it. That is like chilies and garlic and everything inside it with the fish sauce, and it's specially made, right? So trust me when I tell you to use this with this meal, okay? Let me throw some out for you guys and show you. Watch how beautiful this is. And we use this as a dipping sauce, right? And it's perfect at this point in time. You can make some spring rolls with this also, right? Show them a close up of this. Watch at that. Watch how beautiful that sauce is. Okay. Watch how beautiful this is. See that? You can just take down the end. So you get that nice. Now you don't want to overcook this, right? According to the size of the chicken. Alright, move it around this one. It's a beautiful day today. This is such a wonderful crisp meal, right? It's simple, it's easy, it's a different flavor. A lot of some of my friends back home have lemongrass, and it is grow almost like a wild bush, right? And I asked her one time, I was like, so what do you do with this lemongrass? She said, make tea with it, right? Which is really good. I said, you never use it to cook? She said, no, I don't know how to cook with it, right? So this is for you. I'm showing you what to do with the lemongrass now. It's really nice, it's really nice. So my rice is almost done. My chicken is almost done. And Shurls is almost done. I love this. I can have this every day. I'll lie to you. It's so refreshing, so easy to make. The longest process in this is the marination time, which is overnight, right? But you know what? You can still marinate this for a couple hours, but you would get the flavor still, but you wouldn't get that kick like if you put it overnight. right? Because when all those flavors get into this meat, you want it to absorb, you know, the aroma of the lemongrass and everything is going to go into this meat, and then that meat is so flavored, right? But it's very important to use light soy sauce. You don't want to do the dark soy sauce because it will get your chicken too dark and it'll take the whole look out of it, right? And it's too powerful. It's too powerful. Give it a completely different flavor. I'm not going to tell you the substitute. Let's do what Shurls doing. Up on this, let me show you this chicken. It's done. Let me show you how beautiful this is. Watch that. Right, and that's it for this. So we're going to let this rest. For about 5 to 10 minutes. Okay, so all the juices will get to soak back up inside this chicken. Okay, and I'm going to plate this up and show you guys how we're going to put this. Alright, beautiful. Come up on this, let me show you something. Alright, so this meal goes with an egg. Right, let me show you guys something real fast. A little oil, nothing to talk about. Right, and we're going to fry that egg. Let's leave that, they do its thing. Don't worry about that. You leave that alone. Right, but the thing about it, right, you could do this egg two ways. You could do this egg, but I like it a little sunny side up so that yolk could come out, right? And you wouldn't believe we complement this egg, give this chicken. This is how they serve it when you go to Vietnamese restaurants to eat. This is what they serve it with. They serve it with shredded pork sometimes, right? And this blew my mind when I taste this. A lot of people probably saying egg and rice, egg and rice. Of course, egg and rice. You never eat egg fried rice. You never had egg fried rice, so egg does go with rice, right? It's a beautiful thing. Then I'm going to show you guys the last step to finish this meal. All right, and this, to me, what do we call this? We call this chunky, right? Because this is called flavored scallion oil, right? And remember I told you guys about the soft part of the scallion. I'm going to show you guys how we're going to do this. Right? It's a little oil, but I'm going to show you right after this egg is done. I love this egg. I love this egg with this rice. Let's let that cook up there. Nice. Now, as I said before, right, I love it with a little yolk, not a lot, right? You know, sometimes you may want a lot, sometimes you may not want it at all, right? So this is optional. This is optional after this meal. This meal is finished as it is, but I'm going to show you guys how to put this together. Hey, let me tell you something now. I just want to say on YouTube, hi to all my friends on Facebook and family on Facebook. You all should see my Facebook, how we're jumping up crazy. Hey, I just have more fun on Facebook than I just have on YouTube. This out now. It's such a wonderful thing to see women empowered. You understand? And I just want to tell you guys that Shurls standing for women still. Stop the violence against women. Stop every form and fashion of violence. Stop the silent abuse. Right? Because I want all it to jump up. I'm going to reopen my page to the public just now, and I want you guys to see the message that Shurls send and the message that they receive and what it is they're doing, right? Some of these women are victims of abuse, right? And you should see how powerful they are, right? We are sending this message, we are helping people, and it's a wonderful, beautiful thing. And I want to thank you guys. Now come in, I want to show you something. What you under this egg. See that? How beautiful that is? Right? So that have a kind of little crust to it, right? You're not really supposed to do that, but I just turn it over for you guys because I love you guys to show you guys. All right? If my yolk bursts, I'm gonna blame every single one of you guys. All right, so come, and this is my egg. This resting for about 15 minutes now, right? So Shurls just gonna cut this. Shurls just gonna cut this. So what we're doing now is we're going to get the soft part of the scallion, some oil, and a pinch of salt. Right, this is going to be fast, alright? So you need to come in here. A little oil, okay, not a lot, right? A pinch of salt, come in on this. Come in on this. Let me show you. This is going to be fast. And remove immediately from heat. And that is it. That is it. Watch this. Watch this. Watch this. And there you have it. Shurls kitchen mashup, lemongrass chicken on white rice with fried egg and fish sauce to complement it. What else do you want? It's the easiest meal. I want to thank every single one of you guys. I want to say a special thanks to my subscribers. I want to thank you guys for subscribing and being a part of Shurls kitchen mashup family. And we will see you guys on the next episode. But I'm gonna take a taste of this right now. So what we do, we take some of this beautiful sauce and we throw it on it, right? Apply as much as you can. Taste it first and see if this is your thing. But it's mine. This is Shurls' thing. I won't lie to you. Come in. No egg. A little piece of chicken, some rice. This, it's so refreshing, so easy. You could taste the flavors of the lemongrass, you could taste the fish oil, the egg complemented so good. And when you have your cucumbers and your tomatoes, make sure it's cold. That's perfect. You better love this. Thank you once again for joining Shurls Kitchen Mashup for this wonderful meal. I'm gonna need